Come on in the room. Well, come on in the room. Come on in the room. Whoa, come on in the room. Greetings, 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 greetings. Hi, everyone. Hi, everybody. What it is? What's up? Greetings, greetings. Hi, Haven. Hey, Lady Fire Sign. Good evening. Greetings, everyone. Greetings, greetings, greetings. Ooh, yeah. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Hi. Hey, Big Empress. Hey, White Bailey. Hey, hi. Hi, Tasha. Hey, Melanie. For those of y'all watching me on the Clock app, on the Talk of Tick, and on the Tube of You, greetings. I am live on both platforms. For those of you who don't know who I am Darcel Andre. Hello. Darcel Andre. Holistic and esoteric teacher specializing in self-development. Let's get clear. Hey, everybody. Hey, y'all. What's up? So glad you are here. Welcome to Ask a Spiritualist. Yes. Where you ask the questions, honey, and we have the conversation. Yes, indeed. Listen, all the butterflies, hello. Come on, wellness community. Listen, y'all is in here. Y'all are in here. Thank you, Kim. Thank all of y'all for being here. Oh, goodness. I hope your Sunday is going well. Let's go ahead and get started with the questions. Again, if y'all don't want to see me on the Talk of Tick and y'all want to see me on the YT experience, on the Tube of You, you know how to get there. You know how to get there. You know how to get there. It's my name everywhere, period. Okay, so let's begin here. Someone said, what's good for raising good vibes? Listen, y'all. We got to get rid of the good vibes statement. We got to get rid of the good vibes statement. It's very trendy. Okay. But I know what you mean. I know what you mean. There's a lot of things that you can do. One, a lot of the results of our day is because of how we started our day. Okay. The ancestors say that you could tell the way a thing is going to end by how it begins. So it's how you start your day. What is your daily spiritual practice? You got to have one. If you do not have a daily spiritual practice, what do you have? I have nothing. You got to have your daily spiritual practice. That sets up your day. And you have to do it in the AM. Why? Because if you do it at night, you've already missed everything. You want to have a daily spiritual practice that gets you in alignment at the start of your day, that gets you connected, that gets you centered, and gets you prepared for what it is that you might experience, child. So you want to get that together. Oh, listen. Hey, wellness community. I appreciate y'all. Hello, Snow Jasper or Malia. Greetings. Yeah, you got to have that daily spiritual practice, y'all. Because if you start off aligned in your day, right, and that means you're prepared. If you are not prepared for the storm, it will come as a disaster. But if you prepare at the start of your day, hello, you prepare at the start of your day, you are already ready for whatever may come up. Is there any I recommend? Is there any spiritual practice I recommend? Yeah, very simple. Affirmations. Do your affirmations daily. Affirmations are something that's very easy, very simple. Meditation, not 2 hour meditation, not 5, 6 hour meditation. 5 minutes. You can do your 5 minute meditation, 10 minute meditation. Okay. Make it simple. Make it simple and make it doable. And this is another thing, y'all. Y'all got to understand this, okay? Your brain is set up to track patterns, okay? Your brain is set up for you to track patterns. And a lot of times, the reason why we don't trust is because we are liars. I'll say that again. A lot of the reasons why we don't trust is because we are liars. And I'll tell you why. You tell yourself every day that you are going to get up, you're going to do this. You say, listen, I'm going to meditate, I'm going to exercise, I'm going to do this, I'm going to read this, do this. You have set 500 goals and expectations for yourself every day. And you cannot meet that. You have lied to yourself. You have told your brain to expect something that you are not going to follow through with. And so quit lying to yourself and teaching your brain not to trust what you say. Tell yourself the truth. Say, this is also another tidbit. Come on, Jules, y'all better pay attention now. You better pay attention now, because let's talk about priority. So those of us that get overwhelmed, those of us that get out of sorts, those of us who say, I got so much stuff to do and so little time to do it. How am I going to do this? How am I going to pause? Priority is what you can do right now or today with the resources you have at this very moment. Hear me good when I say this. Priority is what you can do today with the resources you have at this very moment. That's priority. That's what takes priority. You cannot prioritize something that you do not have all the tools for. You will constantly stay behind and your projects will stay incomplete. Okay? Priority is what can I do today with the resources I have at this very moment. And if all you can do is straighten up your room today, that's what you need to do. If all you can do is straighten up your room, that's it. But priority has to do with what can I do right now with the resources I have at this very moment. That's how you don't get overwhelmed. You can't complete all of those 50 things. And set realistic expectations, y'all. Please. Please set realistic expectations. Hi, Deidre. Okay. Let me just make sure of something real quick, y'all. And I'll get back to your questions. Make sure of something real quick. Real quick. Okay. Good. Hello. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for being here. Okay, I'm back. Why am I in this stuck phase? Well, you need to get out of the illusion that you are stuck. You're not stuck. You're not stuck. You just have not received the instruction yet for your next move. If you keep telling yourself that you're stuck, you will be. Sometimes you're not stuck. Sometimes the spirit has stilled you. Do y'all hear me when I say that? Sometimes you are not stuck. Sometimes the spirit has just stilled you. Stilled you. You are still right now. If you don't know where to go, if you do not know what to do, it is because there is nothing for you to do. Still. You are not stuck. Stuck elicits feelings of helplessness. Hey, Kia. Stuck elicits feelings of betrayal and abandonment. You're not stuck. You've been stilled. And if you find that you cannot graduate from forth this particular set of lessons, that means you have not learned everything that there is to learn from this space. So the spirit has you right where you are, in that location, in that pay gap, honey, in that salary, in that job, because there is still something for you to pick up and learn that you have not. It is only after the passing of the test do you move forward to the next unit. It is only after the passing, honey, of the end of course exam do you move on to the next grade. You must pass all the tests. And if you haven't moved forward, you need to be still so you can see what there is to learn. Hey, y'all. Let me see. Can you speak to transitioning from lying to yourself about your goals to accomplishing? Absolutely. Practical. Be practical and be reasonable with yourself, y'all. Like this, you know that you are not going to complete all 12 of those things. You have not, you have never. Okay? You are not in the space at the level of discipline to do all of those things. Okay? And if you really go with the thing I said about priority, which is what can I do today, right now, at this moment, with the information, with the resources, with what I have right now, that list of 12 really knocks down to about 3 or 4. So set yourself up for success, not for failure. Set yourself up for success and not for failure, y'all. Because what happens is you will set 12 expectations, complete 1, and have 11 failures. And then you will say you have not accomplished anything. But if you take what it was I was saying about priority, if you take what it is I said about priority, you shouldn't have 12 things. You maybe have 2 or 3 that are reasonable. And that's how you accomplish. You don't look at each step as an accomplishment, y'all, because you are too busy looking at your end goal. Let's talk about that real quick. Let's talk about that. I see you, Deidre. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about goals and steps. Hear me good. Now, this is going to be a gym that's going to knock your head open in the best way possible. Stop measuring your steps in miles. Hear me when I say this. Stop measuring your steps in miles. Start measuring your miles in steps. I'm going to say that again. Stop measuring your steps in miles and start measuring your miles in steps. What I mean by that is this. If you are looking at the miles, you say, man, I only walk 1 mile. That's it. I ain't really did much. Just 1 little old mile. That ain't nothing. What you don't realize is with that type of thinking, there are over 2,000 steps in a mile. Are you hearing me? There are over 2,000 steps in a mile. So you will have discounted the 2,000 steps of forward progress, the 2,000 steps of success, comparing it to the mile. There are some of us who have overcome major depression and finally made it out of the bed and took a shower. That's a step. Okay? Measure your miles and steps, and you will find out, good people, that you are far more successful than you realize. Okay? I'll continue. Deidre asked, someone said, what is a spiritualist? A spiritualist is someone who is in alignment with the spirit, period. Spiritualists may not necessarily practice or claim a specific religion, but spiritualists are practicers of higher spiritual knowledge and the occult. When I say the word occult, some of y'all grab y'all's chest bones back. Occult does not mean what colonization wants you to think it means. Occult actually means hidden knowledge, i.e. esoteric. That's why I am a holistic and esoteric teacher. Okay? Deidre asks, can you talk about having restraint? Of course. Let's have the conversation about restraint. Restraint is a matter of lacking discipline. You see, when we say being peaceful, when you speak of being peaceful, peaceful means to be capable of great violence, but choosing peace. Thank you for that clarification. Yes, I'm saying occult, O-C-C-U-L-T. I'm not saying a cult, occult. Okay? Peaceful means being capable of great violence, but choosing peace. So what that means is that you have to make sure that you are in alignment. You got your spiritual practices together. You understand what your triggers are and how to disable them. And you understand that if it's showing up to you, it has showed up in you. If it's showing up to you, it's already showed up in you. Your internal environment reflects to your external environment. Okay? That is a universal law of correspondence. So if you find out that you are hot-headed, honey, and you ready to bust somebody upside the head, you need to tap into whatever your power element is via your natal chart, and you need to work with that element and get yourself grounded. And if it's in water, honey, get yourself anchored. Okay? You do that with your daily spiritual practice, with your meditation, with your acts of mindfulness. Mindfulness is being aware and conscious. It is doing that in a state of peace. So my question would be, what is your daily spiritual practice? Are you doing it? And if you are not, and you don't know what to do, you can book a spiritual coaching session with me, y'all. Okay. All right, Deidre, get into your spiritual practice, boo. Get into your spiritual practice, boo. Okay? Get in that thing. Be consistent with that. Understand that the anti-energy, that's what I call it. The anti-energy knows how to get you and wants to pull you back. Wants to pull you back. How do you book? You click the link in my bio. Hopefully that doesn't get me suppressed. But you click the link in my bio. And I also have a whole bunch of oils available for purchase as well. For all of my dreamers, I have my moonlight oil here. Will y'all be able to see? It's not. It never wants to focus because it doesn't care about me. Okay, this is for dreamers, honey. I have a spotlight oil, I have protection oil, I have all types of things. You can pick that up on there as well. Let me look here in these comments. Here we go. Listen, I've seen 4 videos back to back about spiritual practice. I so needed this. You are welcome. Thank you, Cezanne. Hey, Maurice said you got your oil yesterday. Excellent. If you want to buy some of my oils, it's the link in the bio. And it'll take you there. I'll know a place. Also, y'all, I'm live on the Tube of You as well. And you can get there. Divine by Design, you got your oils? How you like them, boo? Okay, here we go. How do I find my power element? Look in your big 3. Look in your big 3, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And or look at the placements in your natal chart. Which ones are in the power placement of their planet? And that's that. Deidre, no problem. Thank you, Deidre. I appreciate your wisdom. Thank you so much. Thank you. Can you talk about the transitioning process after death? That's very interesting because that's not something that's really easy. What I will suggest that you do is to remove the religious thoughts about it, because that is the furthest thing from the truth. You are not locked up, honey, in a waiting place until the spirit of the living God comes back and saves and raptures up everybody. You do not wake up in heaven. You do not wake up in hell. Okay. The transition, it's very different depending on your soul's experience, the type of energy you are, so forth and so on. I'll tell you a story. I'll tell you a story of a client that I was reading. Now, she asked for a general reading, y'all. Okay. A general reading. And I do not claim to be a medium. But if the ancestor comes through, the ancestor come through, honey, and I'm here for the ancestors. Okay. But I was giving her a general reading, and suddenly I saw this little boy. And it was like he was running around me. Now, this little boy had to be like 6 or 7 years old, okay? Had to be about 6 or 7 years old. And I was asking her, because typically if I see a child like that, it is because it is a child that has transitioned, one of their children that has transitioned, or if it's a little brother of some sort of theirs that has transitioned at a young age. He was in a blue, like a cadet blue. Yeah, like cadet blue overalls on and like a hat, right? And so I asked her, I said, so is this your child that has transitioned? And she said, no, I haven't had a child transition. I said, okay. I said, but there's a little boy here. And so I tapped into him, and he told me, because in looking at him, y'all, he didn't look like he was from like the 2000s, okay, or the 1990s. He didn't look like that. And so he said, I asked him, I said, tell me about you. Like, who are you? Come to find out, child, he transitioned in like the 30s or the 40s. Okay. And he actually passed because of a train incident. And he showed me what happened. It was awful. But he loved trains and he loved travels. Okay. And he said that now what he does is he helps people survive, or rather people who are getting ready to get into car accidents or any type of motor accident, and he helps them to survive. And that's his job in the spirit. The lady said to me, I was in a terrible car accident last year that they don't know how I survived it. So there are different things in the spirit realm. It's not just the 1, 2, you done. People go forth and do a lot of different things. Their energies, as a soul, goes forth and does a lot of different things. And so his soul is registered as a positive, protective energy. You understand? And that is also what happens to souls and individuals who are not good. Okay. Their energy registers as a negative, lower frequency energy. And then there's some people who get attached to spaces, places, and things, which is why I try to tell y'all, please do not sit up here and wait for somebody to get it right. If they ain't got it right by now, there's people who won't get it right. They're 80 years old, still ain't get it right. There's people who live and die and be wrong in the spirit. How do I know? Because ghosts are real. If ghosts are real, that means that there are energies, there are souls haunting homes from the 1600s. Girl, it's been over 400 years, Miss Ma'am. Why are you still here sweeping? Miss Ma'am, it has been over 400 years. Why is you in here sweeping? Please do not wait for people to get it right. Okay? Okay. Miss Ma'am, you're in here sweeping, girl, and you can't let go of this house. It's been 400 years, and you still in here sweeping corners. Please do not wait for somebody to get it right. Okay, let me look here. Deidre asks, as a spiritualist, do you celebrate or intentionally not celebrate or participate in the holidays? Hold on one second, real quick. I'm back. Melanie said, as a spiritualist, do you celebrate or intentionally not celebrate / participate in holidays or the holiday season? Well, I like to have fun. Okay, so listen, I'm here for a party. I'm here for an outfit. Okay, I'm here for a theme, but I'm also not the fool. I know what the things mean, and I know what is real and what isn't real. And most of it isn't real. Most of it is what you make it. And I think that you are in control of your intention. Okay. And you get to make things. You can alchemize a thing like that. Yanifa says, I honor the traditions of others in my family. Fantastic. Period, Yanifa. Period. Mm-hmm. You get to decide. You get to determine that. Okay. Let's look. Do you have courses to help one restart their journey into learning how to do spirituality? I have a community called the Inner Lighthouse, where we have classes and things that really help you to do that. I would suggest you join that. Mm-hmm. If you click the link, y'all, let me tell you the link in my bio, period. Erica asked, what is the correct way to sage? So let's talk about that. One, a lot of people need to use another herb rather than sage. The reason is because one, most of the time you are not of a native culture that understands the prayers and the purposes behind the sage and what it's for. But there's one thing that sage does. Sage, we be using sage to get rid of the negative energy. Sage gets rid of the good, positive energy as well. It is a purifier. It removes all things. So the issue with that is that if you are trying to connect with your ancestors or your spirit guides, your spirit team, you're burning sage, no one's coming. So I would suggest you use something else like frankincense or copal or copal, however you feel you want to pronounce that. And you could use Palo Santo. That's really good. But y'all just don't do the sage, please. Please. And doesn't matter what sage is, white sage, green sage, blue sage, dragon blood sage, this sage, that sage. Just get rid of the sage. She says, so you say don't wait for nobody to get it right, like nobody. Yes, Roshan Chop, nobody. Don't wait for anybody to get it right. You just have to get you right. No. Valamasi says, but sometimes your intention is clear even if you use sage. No, because sage is designed to do a thing, a specific thing. And your intention can't change what a thing is designed to do. It's in my bio, Happy Guy Mentally. It's in my bio. He said, man, where is the link at? Holy basil and cedar are great. Yes. Yes, they are, Nishita. Yes. I prefer copal. Me. The Inner Lighthouse, we use copal. Copal. Copal resin, copal incense, copal. White copal. Okay. I have a friend whose spiritual sister gives her candles. She says the candles will burn forever. Girl, what kind of candles is that? They must be the fake ones. Yeah, try it again, Happy Guy Mental. Let's look here. Do you use crystals? If so, can I send you some? You want to send me some crystals? Sure. Click the link in my bio and email me, Caitlin. You want me to shout you out? I'll do it. And Deidre said that's the candle they had at Hocus Pocus. I'm screaming. Not the Hocus Pocus candle. Get out of here. That's taking me out. Someone said, will my mom accept my spiritual practice? I'm not reading until the AM. So you have to come back in the AM for the readings. I'm not doing readings. I'm just answering those questions about spirituality. Loving your energy, I'd be happy to. Of course. How do you know what your spiritual gifts are? You keep on living. You keep on living. There are different types of clairs. And however it shows up for you. Clairsentience, clear feeling, clear audience, clear hearing, clairvoyance, clear seeing. Okay, clear cognizant, clear knowing. It just depends on how it shows up for you. Is spirituality demonic? Respectful? Ask. So demonic is a Christian term that originates from the desire and the need to instill fear in order to cause the listeners, hearers, or the people who come in contact with it to submit so they can be controlled and oppressed. So the answer is no. Now, is there energy that's positive? Yes. Is there energy that we consider quote unquote negative? Yes. Okay. But when we use those terms of if this is demonic, if this is of the devil would have to be real first for it to be of him. So that's how I feel about that. They said, what? How do you discard food and water from your ancestral altar? Ianifa. See, Ianifa don't want me to tell y'all because she said he's extra. And I just put it in the trash. I believe in giving it back to the earth. Ianifa says just put it in the trash, which you can, but me and my extraness, I give it back to the earth. Me. But you can put it in the trash. Now, not if it's hog maws, girl. Please don't put the hog maws and the bones back to the earth. I'm talking about the fruits and the vegetables, that type of stuff. You can put that in the earth. But y'all try to put the hog maws in the dirt. Just don't put the hog maws. Okay, let me look. Thoughts on obsession rituals. Absolutely crazy. 0 stars. Would not recommend it. Absolutely crazy. 0 stars. Would not recommend it. Absolutely crazy. 0 stars. Would not recommend it. You don't want nobody that you got to keep shaking rocks, blowing smokes, holding in the jar, carving candles to keep. That means they're not yours. That means they are not yours. Let's start dating people that want us. Let's start dating people that, let me tell you something. I don't want nobody that don't want me. I don't want nobody that doesn't want me. I only want you if you want me. Because if you're really supposed to be with me, I shouldn't have to. Hey, I shouldn't have to do all that. Hey. If I got to, hey, I don't want you. I don't want you. Please. If I have to keep blowing smoke, shaking rocks, rattling Popeye's chicken bones to conjure you into my life, me not want you none. Me don't want you none. Me not want you. I don't want you. Now, obsession, you need to be careful with that obsession. Because you are attracting, if you're doing an obsession spell on somebody, that means they're not with you, right? So you want them to be so obsessed with you. But what we're not thinking and rationalizing is that sometimes your ancestor, spirit team, spirit guides, energies that support you are keeping that person away from you because you are lusting for them and you are not operating in clear thinking. Your cognizance is not clear. You're not thinking. So you operate with that lust thing. You just got the dopamine signal boom, 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 tearing your brain up. You're not thinking clearly. And so sometimes your spirit can be keeping these types of people away from you. Side note, y'all better join my Patreon. Join my Inner Lighthouse Patreon. The link is in my bio. Stop playing with me. Get over there and we got class. We just had a weekly reading today. Spirit gave us a huge download about the winter time and what that means spiritually for us. You need to get there. Okay. So your ancestors could be keeping you away from them because you're just seeing the body, yada, 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 yada. You're just seeing the body and you're not really seeing the spirit. And so your ancestors, your peoples, your energies be like, we're trying to separate, but now you done made the crazy one obsessed. And then when they knock your head between the washer and the dryer, between the toilet and the shower, between the fridge and the cabinet, between the couch and the plug, from hallway to hallway, you're like, leave it alone. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Because people's is crazy. And you are too, if you want them to be obsessed with you. Work on why you have low self-esteem. Work on why you have low self-worth. Work on why you fear and you're operating from the scarcity principle. And you think that people is running out and you ain't never gonna have an opportunity to be in a relationship. You have to work on those thoughts before you start getting a cow tongue, or before you start getting a banana, before you start getting a peach and pouring honey all in it and doing all of the things. Okay. Can you undo an obsession ritual? As in, if it was done on you, as if you did it on someone else? Well, child, I guess. Just don't do that. Don't do that now. Don't do that now. Don't do that now. Thank you to my moderators for holding it down. Sage, they say that sounds like a good play. What, Big Empress? I'm saying. Deidre said I just used the WAP. Bye. It's hard to undo sometimes. Obsession spells create violence. Absolutely. What about to keep your husband from cheating? Listen, I don't believe in doing that type of working. There are things you can do to prevent your husband from cheating. But if your husband is cheating, that means that this person is not honoring the agreement that you two have set. And so if this person is not honoring the agreement that you two have set, the agreement is void. End it. Because if you get him to stop cheating sexually, he will start cheating in other ways, because this is about an energy of betrayal and broken promises. So you don't deserve that. Why is it that you got to compromise? No, don't do that, boo. Do not do that. Do not do that. You know, some people want to go to counseling. Someone told me you can't undo it for 4 years. Scorpion, I don't know about that. I don't know about all that. If you need something to break, you can make it break off of you. Okay? Okay, let's continue. What does it mean when you have a dream that you just gave birth to a baby? Dreams mean a lot of different things. You got to ask your ancestors. A lot of times, too, that could be referencing something that you need to birth and bring forth into the world. Creative ideas, business plans. Perhaps you are working on reinventing yourself and reintroducing yourself to the world. Sometimes it's that. Someone said black walnut bass. Black walnut, yes, that is good. Also, Kita Maldacion. Kita Maldacion is great for curse breaking. How do you define a spiritualist? That's interesting. One who honors, connects, and operates with the spirit realm outside of human constructed boxes. I ate that up. I did eat that up. Okay. Jack's top notch security is not playing. I'm seeing block left and right. You in there? Yes, happy guy. My best friend had a dream about me pregnant and another man. That's not my amazing boyfriend. Dear God. Also want to let y'all know, y'all, that I am on live on the Tube of You as well. I'm so cool. Thank you. I try to be cool. If he cheat, become his stepmama. Okay, you know what? At this point, I can tell you came from the wellness community. When you're dreaming something, but you're not asleep, what is that called? Like a daydream, perhaps? I dream. Best method for reaching out to spirit guides, meditation. Absolutely. Meditation and literally sitting down with a paper and pencil and speaking to them. But meditation, ask the spirit and the spirit will provide. Queen Poe. Now, wait a minute. Y'all dropping everybody else's symbol, but why y'all ain't dropped the light bulb for the lighthouse? Like, I'm not seeing the light bulb. Where's the light bulbs? Y'all just came in asking questions. Y'all didn't even drop a light bulb for the lighthouse. Like, come on now. Speaking of, y'all need to join the Inner Lighthouse, period. Y'all need to join the Inner Lighthouse, period. Join the Inner Lighthouse, period. Join the Inner Lighthouse. Join the Inner Lighthouse, period. Okay? Get your knowledge. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank you for the light bulbs. I was going to say, like, y'all just forgot about the light. Like, y'all be like, hurting my feelings. Like, yeah, y'all, but for real, please leave the love spells alone. Leave it alone. That's not love. If it isn't love, what am I? Leave the love spells alone. Leave them alone. That's dead. That's done. It's late. It's over. We're over. Moving forward through. There's a schedule. On Sundays, we have weekly readings every Sunday. On Wednesday, we have midweek meditation at 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. On Thursdays, we have class. On Fridays, we learn about herbs and their purposes, medicinal purpose, and otherwise. There are discounts available in the Patreon for my products. Okay, there's monthly giveaways. There's a lot going on. Okay, so you want to get there. Do you connect with your ancestors and spirit guides through meditation? I do, but you also can have your commercial break. Come on, commercial break, by the way. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Darcel Andre, holistic and esoteric teacher, specializing in spiritual self-development. Okay? If you don't know, I don't know why you wouldn't, but if you don't know, you can click the link in my bio and you can book a spiritual coaching session so we could take you from here to here. Here to here. From here to here. I also have a whole bunch of oils, honey. You have a hard time concentrating. You need to go ahead and get my spotlight oil. If you have a hard time concentrating, you need to get my spotlight oil. Help you with concentration, clarity, and higher consciousness. I have a golden oil to help you with funds, finances, wealth, abundance, bringing in that overflow energy. I have a fiery fortress oil that does exactly what it sounds like. Creates an uncrossable boundary, an uncrossable barrier between anti-energy and you. So you want to get that. Have illuminate oil to raise the frequency, good vibes, great vibrations. Y'all love the good vibes. Good vibes and great vibrations. It's excellent to be used after you cleanse your house. Have a sunset oil, which is for purifying, honey, with some powerful clearing and cutting herbs, okay? So I need you to get that. Click the link in my bio. And guess what? They smell great. Okay. All right. I'm back to the questions. I don't know who Zephyr is. I don't know who Zephyr is. I'm not sure what that is. Maybe somebody else will know. What form of cleansing do you recommend most for beginning spiritualists? Yes. I would say get you some copal, get rid of the sage. Leave the sage to the people who own that, whose culture that is for. Okay, because they understand, who's well versed in that. Get you some, listen, you can use cedar, honey. You can use Palo Santo. You can use frankincense. You can use copal resin, which is what I use and what I recommend. Cleanse your space from front to back. Cleanse the doorways. You could get some water, y'all. And this is one of my favorites. And you see your ancestors would do this, honey. The grandmothers would do this, but we would just think they were just doing some stuff. Get you some water, some good old hot water. Okay. Get you some lemon. You could cut some lemons. Hey, syncretic. You can cut some lemons. Cut some lemons up or get some lemon juice. Okay. Water is purification. Water is cleansing, honey. Water is flow. Water is the oldest thing that there is, honey, and it is supercharged and ready to do its work. Water is also wonderful for abundance, okay? And for peace, everything, water, honey. Your ancestors actually work with water as a conduit. So water. The lemon is for cleansing, period, refreshing, raising the frequency. And vinegar. Vinegar banishes negativity. So y'all want to use the vinegar because vinegar banishes negativity. Hey, Jacob Wolf, thank you for being here. Vinegar banishes negativity. White vinegar, not apple cider. Use white vinegar. And what you can do is you can clean your doorways, the entrances to your house. Cleanse that. But this is all the while, you see, one of the things, honey, this is that. Listen, I'm giving y'all some, and y'all should be getting this in the spiritual coaching session. But I'm telling you this now. Set the atmosphere. That's something we learned in church. You set the atmosphere. You can set the atmosphere with music. If you're trying to clear and cleanse, play some clearing frequencies. Play some banishing negative energy frequencies. Play some music. Play that clean up music, okay? Play music. Set the atmosphere. Play music about getting out of here, clearing out, honey. Play that type of music, all right? Set the atmosphere. You're also going to start speaking from forth your mouth, praying out loud, your affirmations out loud, determining what the herbs that you're using or the waters that you're using, and determining what is going to happen. Not what you wish might could happen. Please, Spirit, cleanse my space. No, the space is cleansed. Speak emphatically. Wash the doorways. Okay? Put that stuff in your mop bucket, that water, that lemon, that vinegar, and mop the floors. Banish that negative energy. Clean your house from the back of the house to the front of the house. Okay? Let that stuff go. Come through with your incense. Clear that. Speak life into your space. And then refill that with positive energy. Go forth and put on your twerk music or your whatever music makes you happy and dance through the house and put that energy back and lift it up. If you have carpet, you could do you a good old mixture. You can use some salt. You can do some black salt. Oh no, black salt may stain. You want to do some salt, honey? You could do, I can't be giving y'all my things. Book a session. Book a session. Request? You send a request? Okay. Hold up. Let me add my Yanifa on here. Boom, bum, 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 bum. Hello. Peace.
I'm not getting on this camera today. Boy, top flight security Jax. She's been doing her job. I just want to give a PSA.
Come on.
If you are entering in this space and you're constantly asking about death dreams, what does it mean? Death. Typically, that means new beginning, end of that. No more death questions because it's kind of impulsive. The other thing is for the people who love Jesus, I am so glad that you do. Lucky for us, we are all baptized over here and we practice what we practice. So we will be seeing you at the pearly gates.
Period.
You do not need to announce it when you come in here. We appreciate your energy. Okay? All right? Because we're tired of pausing you and tired of having you sit down. Because this space is welcoming to everybody for real, in real life.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now, I'm only second behind Jax, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Jax is number one when it comes to security stuff.
Yes.
I just, PSA, I'm exhausted.
Okay.
Okay.
Y'all gonna stop getting when EI is exhausted. Y'all really doing the most in these comments.
For real.
Oh
God. I'm like,
gosh.
I already told you. And then they keep repeating a question that was answered. And then I'm like, okay, I'm giving them the answer so you can move on to something else.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, y'all aren't paying attention. That means that you are walking on the elevated plane to hear what is being told to you.
Period.
Yeah. I'm going to get down now. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your love. We'll see you at the pearly gates. We don't need your prayers. We're good.
Thank you. Thank you, Ia.
My pleasure.
Honey, y'all done got listen, get yourself right in these comments, please. So I don't have to get on here and get y'all together. Please. Please. Okay. And also cleansing. Get my fiery fortress oil, y'all. Get my fiery fortress oil. Put a drop of that in your water, honey, or go around the perimeter of your house. Drop, 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 drop. Get my fiery fortress oil. Ain't no games being played with that one. Ooh, Mama Sunfire. Hey, Mama Sunfire. Greetings. So happy to see you. What are some things you can do for your children? In what way? In what way? Mushroom, love your energy. We'll be back. Thank you. And y'all better follow me. Y'all better hit the follow. That's why you're here, honey. There's an energetic exchange going on here. Okay? I love each and every one of you. That's one thing I'm going to do. Well, you see, Deidre, the reason why I stop and I promote my business from time to time, honey, is one, let's start here. You know, you don't have a lot of people here who are up here not operating in integrity. Okay, excuse me, let me rephrase that. You have a lot of people who are not operating in integrity. You have very few people that are. And the people who have worked with me before, they know that I am for real. Okay, I'm for real. And I also quit my salary. Hold on. I quit my salary job to be of service because the Spirit told me to do this. I quit my salary job to be of service because the Spirit told me to do this. And this is what my purpose is. And the Lord has made a way. Thank you. So, whoever needs to quit their job, listen, you can go about your purpose in a practical way. Start the steps. Start the steps. Go about in a practical way, but start the steps. If that was your confirmation, it was your confirmation. Period. Olodumare made a way every time. What is it when a person has deja vu and their dreams come true? Then that was a spiritual gifting, not just a happenstance. Look here. Thank you, y'all. Thank y'all. That was premonition. Absolutely. You like my essence? Thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Are you seeing your post? What post? If you're posting somewhere else, then it's on a different thing. Period. Yanni, oh, hold up. Yanifa says, always start with prayer, protection, and peace. Period. Do the rest. Ask the question. No, I didn't see the question. How do you get initiated? Oh, Lord help. You see Yanifa Chandra Sharice there in the comments? My Iya who came up here. Please book a consultation with her and she could give you that information. And or if you're not wanting to book a consultation, what you can do is go to her page and she has a video all about Ifa. So you can get some information on that. Someone said Ogun is my best defender. Come on, Ogun. Advice on interpreting dreams. Speak with your ancestors and your spirit team, period. Speak with your ancestors and your spirit team. Just because a book says dreams interpretation, that was how their spirit team talked to them. That may not be how your spirit team talks to you. Y'all see Shonda Sharice in the comments? That's who you want to connect with if you are wanting to learn about Ifa or initiation. She is a Iyanifa, which is a priestess of Ifa in the Isheshe tradition, which is the original Ifa tradition. Okay? That is Ifa. Excuse me. Let me be clear. That is Ifa. Advice for letting go of your ego. You should never let go of your ego. Your ego is comprised of your identity, what you have constructed as you have grown and survived and thrived through life. Your ego should mature. So if you are saying letting go of ego, perhaps you're talking about pride and being prideful. Okay. As it pertains to pride, you have to heal the part of you that needs or feels the urge to look the best all the time. And that is your what? Getting your chakras together, healing that energy, getting that therapy together, tapping into that. The ego must be raised. How do I get back up? How do you get back up? In what way? Last time I tried this, I ran due to fear and no teacher to help. So what steps do I take? How do you know who your spirit team is? I'm sorry, what steps do you take in order to book a session? That's the best way I say that. Book a session, because that way me and you can really talk about that and get clear about what you mean. Okay? Advice. I had been with someone for 14 years and he left. Feel like I can't move on. Okay, that feeling is an illusion. And sometimes, because that's the same thing about the stuck thing that I was talking about earlier. I'm stuck, I can't move on. You're only not moving on because you keep telling yourself that you can't move on. You have an attachment here, okay? And we have to get ourselves in line with the reality. Sometimes the spirit has to shake and rattle up some things, y'all, in order to get things moving on. And I'm not gonna lie, that is something that is hurtful, because that's time, that's years invested. But my thing is normally, there's all types of red flags and all types of things, and for years, that you should have probably left the relationship alone, and you did not. And so what ends up happening is we start succumbing to feelings of shame, which is a wasted emotion. And we're embarrassed that we didn't listen to ourselves. And that be taking us out. Get you a life coach. Get you a life coach. Blessings to Yemosha, mother of the sea. I'll say. I just had Reiki done this week and she mentioned that. So looking for tips. I don't understand. I was missing. I don't know what's happening. Words are powerful. Words are very powerful. Yes. Jacob said, "I'm getting my life here tonight." Yes, glad you are. Just to let you know, y'all, I am on the Tick of Talk and I'm on the Tube of You as well. So if you want to join me on the Tube of You, so I can pull your comments and your questions up on the screen, do that. If not, you want to stay on the Tick of Talk? That's great. You can do that too. Ancestor altar, do that. That's how you get in better touch with your ancestors. And know that your ancestors are within you, moving through you. So you do that. Do that there. Do that there. But an ancestor altar is wonderful for that. I finally have a couple of days off work and I will binge your content to get right with myself. Come on, Unruly. Unruly, are you in the Patreon? Because there's some classes. You got about 7 weeks of classes that you could be catching up on. Go ahead and get them universal principle classes. My spirit feels beat up on. What does that mean, Sierra? A lot of the questions that y'all are asking, I'm going to borrow from my sister, Queen Poe. A lot of questions, understand this is for the collective. We're having a collective experience. We are asking, a lot of us are asking questions for our own independent situation. But understand in this public space, sometimes you want to ask questions good for the collective. If you have individual questions, you're like, oh my gosh, how can I do this? What is it that my life's falling apart, at trouble at the job, trouble at this space and stuff. Book a session. That's the best thing for you to do. Book a session. So we can have the one-on-one time because, you know, it's not easy, or this is not necessarily the environment, y'all, to be able to really dive into your story and your truth. You understand? Yeah, we go deep. We go listen. And you could join me and get one of the readings. Yes, children can see a deceased parent. Children's really be more closer to the spirit, and they're more open, less tainted by life and society. Okay. Their chakras be wide open. And so they're able to pick up on a lot of energies and sense a lot of things. That's why a lot of children are gifted, especially babies. That's why you keep putting babies in the hands, honey, of people, and then the baby is like screaming and it's fine when they're out. How to book my session. Click the link in my bio and you can book your session that way. The link in the bio to book the session. And to purchase the oils. All the link in the bio, y'all. EI's posting good information here. Jacob asks, so can an ancestor altar be put in my room? It's the only place I know nobody will touch it or take anything down. Yanifa says, if you have to. But Yanifa says, no personal time while it is in the open. That means do not be dropping it low and spreading it wide in the midst of the ancestors. Please. Use a floating shelf to create the space if you don't have floor space. Come on, Yanifa. Period. Make sure to not leave the candle on while you sleep either. Excellent. Please don't be dropping it low, spreading it wide in front of the ancestors. Please. Have some truth about yourself. Ancestors sitting there like, Please. Please don't do that. Have ancestors. Please don't have the answer. Please. Please don't have the ancestors looking, y'all. Please. Ancestors have. Please. Please. Jacob said, I'm celibate going on 4 years. No words about that part. Thank y'all for the advice. Okay, Jacob. Power. Power. Honey, you got to be ducking because you. Jax. Jax, I'm screaming. Ancestors are blood related, but ooh, I will tell you this, y'all. Some people have never, ever, will never, ever meet or have not met their birth parents. And if you do a reading for them, and if you're a medium, the parents that raised them would come for them. So your spirit team. So I will say that. Not necessarily their birth parents, the parents that raised them. Okay, okay. Let me see. Be gone for 7 business days. What are the signs that your ancestor or recent loved one who passed are disappointed in you? Honey, why are you asking that question like that? That makes my heart feel negative. You are looking for the signs of how your ancestors are disappointed in you? The question is, what are you doing that you feel as though they're disappointed in you? If you out here wasting, if you out here, you know, tearing your life up and down, left and right, destroying yourself, then of course they're gonna be like, what is going on here? Not all the time connection to creation. Not all the time. And even if their biological parents did show up and have transition, their adopted parents raised them. Raised them. So you cannot, let's, because, and this is another thing, life will teach you this. Let me tell you something. Just because they're related doesn't mean that they're family. Just because they happen to be in your bloodline does not mean that they are family. Just because they are in your bloodline does not mean that they are your family. Because a lot of us, especially those who are Black American, of African American descent, we have relatives in our blood that were slave masters. There's not our family. Them is not our people. There is Jadena is an artist who I love so much. He's a rap artist, and he is from Nigeria. And he has this intro to his song. He says it's like mimicking his uncle's voice, and he says, "Jadena, when you are in the village, you may be with your family, but your family may not be with you. When you are in the Jadena, when you are in the village, you may be with your family, but your family may not be with you." Okay? Okay. Someone said, "Yeah, why wouldn't you sleep with the candle lit?" Because it's a fire hazard. It's a fire hazard, boo. It is a fire hazard. When you Jidena. It is a fire hazard gonna take you out. Oh, you Jacob, you love Jadena? Jacob, listen. To me, we have please hold. Y'all listen, y'all are working my ear to death today. Please hold. Hello.
Peace. They're making me work today.
They're making you work today. Hold up. Go ahead.
So yes, it is a fire hazard. However, when you light that candle, you're inviting the energies into your house because that's how you're focusing. You're focusing on that intent. And when you sleep, you're more open to energies. So it's best to turn the candle off. I know people like to have it lit all the time, but sometimes people don't realize they're like, I'm so restless. I don't know why I didn't sleep well. Well, you were walking between realms and had no idea. So it's ideal to turn the candle off before you go to bed. I know people tell you to do it before you leave the house. I used to at one time put it in a bowl of water because it's the 7-day candles. And then that way, if anything ever happened, it would go out if I wanted to leave it on all day. But you don't want to engage with energies all the time. You'll be exhausted and you can't figure out why. Especially highly sensitive people.
Yes.
All right, I'm out this joint.
Teach the people, Ia. Listen. So y'all go ahead. Like I said, follow her. Chandra Cherise, period. She just told y'all. Y'all be having energy, waking up tired, don't know why. And you don't know why. Cause baby. Or maybe. Oh my eye, hold up. Thank you. That's what I'm saying, Chris. Ty, join the Patreon, Ty. And I want y'all to understand something. This is not, first of all, like I said, this is not just about like somebody promoting a business or promoting their things. You know, the reality is that this resources that we provide the resources. And I would suggest you to get yourself in a spiritual community. I have a spiritual community, the Inner Light House. Queen Poe has a spiritual community, the Wellness Community. Okay, you can follow Iya. Y'all should join a community. Get near the teaching because it's very hard, y'all, to try to treat, if you will, or I'm not gonna say treat, to try to render aid and provide resources to each of your specified situations, you know, in this fast format. Y'all join by clicking the link in my bio. We have classes every Thursday, meditations on Wednesday. We just updated the schedule. We have weekly readings every Sunday, and it's only $12 a month, y'all. Mine is only $12 a month. Queen Poe I think she has hers in tiers, but you can get in there for $10. Mine is $12 a month, y'all. Y'all want to get over there. I'm trying to tell you. And then the other thing is, like, you know, one of the questions that come up a lot too, especially as a challenge to those of us who are spiritualists, spiritual teachers, who are readers, who are practitioners of any kind. People say, you know, we are 5. Look. Queen's Poe said 5. Come on, $5. Look, Queen Poe 5. You get in for $5. Y'all get in there. Do you have resources that are affordable? People say, you know, y'all should not be charging. Y'all should not be charging this, charging that. Is your head full of rocks? Is your head full of rocks and pebbles? People dedicate their lives to this. When you're paying this $5 or this $12 or this $60, $70, $80, $100 for whatever your session is, Well, you're paying this. You're not just paying for, just a mere service. You are paying for the wealth of knowledge. You are paying for the suffering that it costs to get to this point. I mean, listen, the study, you're paying for the life, y'all. And it's an energy exchange. That's a universal principle, y'all. You pay your doctors. Y'all don't see why doctors shouldn't get paid. You pay your hairstylist, and your hairstylist may or may not be changing your life. And it takes energy. I was doing a reading one time on live, and the lady wanted a general reading. Now she's on live, she's just in the comments like y'all. She just wanted a general reading, and suddenly I got a migraine, and it was an intense pain at the back of my head. And I said, dear God, I said, what is this? And I don't have headaches, I don't have migraines, but what I do have is clairsentience. Okay, what I am is clairempathic. And so what happened, I asked, do you know of anyone who transitioned or who died from a head injury? And she told me her son was shot in the head. The spirit started to show me a red flag. And I asked her about the red flag. She said her son was killed by a blood gang member. And I had to navigate this message from her to her with the migraine. And the woman told me that she hadn't slept in a year since her son had been unalive. And then her son started to show me things that they would do together so that she would know that he was still with her and give her the peace. So do you know how much pressure that is? To have a grieving mother looking at you, waiting for you to give them peace suddenly in front of hundreds of people. You could pay for the Patreon. You could pay for the session. You could pay for life-changing information, y'all. Y'all spend that money right there at the McDonald's, destroying your body. And if you cannot afford the sessions, you get in alignment. You join the lives. You look at the posts, the videos. You follow. You subscribe to the YouTubes, and the spirit places you where you need to be at all times. The spirit places you where you need to be at all times. Do you know how many of us have had people tell us, "Oh my gosh, you changed my life"? You know how many of us have told people, "Oh, you need to use this product. You need to use these herbs together," or you need to make this step. The spirit is telling me to tell you to make these steps in business. And these people have made thousands of dollars, and they pay for a quick $11.11 reading. You know how many people who have book sessions that were $100 and then turned around and got business advice that skyrocketed their business? They're millionaires now. A lot of people. A lot of people. So let's not get into a banter as it pertains to the cost of service. It is a service. There has to be a reciprocity. And y'all would not be trusting abundance rituals and spells and affirmations and workings from us if we was living in a chicken shack. Y'all be like, why would I listen to y'all? If we want us to work for free, we all gonna be living in a chicken shack, girl. And in y'all, ain't nothing about us gonna look abundant. So it is a service. It is a service. Jacob said it best, healing and elevation is priceless. It is. And a lot of us are not even charging our worth in comparison. Truly. And we're not trying to take advantage of you. Like some of y'all who have gone to the same church for 25 years and ain't nothing changed. But you sat in a 1-hour session with one of us and your whole life got together. And you paid the pastor every week at least $100, $400 a month, 12 months out the year, to the tune of 10, 15, 20, 25 years. You could pay the service fee. And not only that, since I'm on a roll, because I will always have my foot on their neck until I can no longer, till I have no feet. Not only that, not only are you paying the offering, you got to pay for pastor's anniversary. You got to pay the building fund, and ain't nothing got built. Same ceiling is leaking. The musicians get paid. The choir get paid. You got to pay this fund here to send the kids on the trip. You got to get in the $50 line, trying to make it to the $100 line. And ain't nothing changed in your life. Your leaders are being exalted and the followers are being demoted. The leaders are uplifting. The leaders are upgrading. And the followers are downgrading. There is a problem. You sow a seed into rocky soil and nothing's gonna bloom. Ain't that what Rose said in Fences? I planted myself in you, Troy. And I waited for it to bloom, but the soil was hard and rocky and it wasn't never gonna bloom. We have results. And we're based off of tradition that is based in and full of integrity. Not a book of glorified screenshots stolen from cultures, indigenous cultures. Okay. Some Miss Harris say, funding that building fund ain't got new door knobs or a coat of paint in 10 years. Hello, Mrs. Harris. Hello, Mrs. Harris. We got to get up out of this stuff here. Makes no sense for you to find the exact biblical stories in cultures and religions thousands upon thousands of years older than Christianity. That doesn't even make sense. There's no way you should be able to do that. According to the Bible, here we go. Here we're going to finish shift, y'all. According to familytree.info. Please hold. Bible familytree.info. I'm going to share my screen for those of you who are looking and watching on the TikTok. On the tube of you. According to BibleFamilyTree.info, y'all, this has traced back the ages of the biblical characters according to, rather in comparison to Jesus Christos, which marks year zero. Because one thing that the Bible made sure to do was to denote how long these characters lived, because then you can trace it back. I come to tell you that if we go back to Adam, right here, y'all, hold on. Let me put it where y'all can see it good. If we go to Adam, according to the biblical, calculations, according to the Bible, Adam had to be born around 3,000, or rather 3924 BCE, and he must have perished in 2994 BCE. So apparently, allegedly, he lived 930 years. Now, one would think that if the people were living this long, you would find the bones of the bodies, because they had some oil on it, honey, that was anointed. Now, there's several things wrong with this. Number one, if this is the case, let's just give Adam 4,000 years. Say he was born around 4,000 BCE. Let's round it up. That is to say that the first man who walked the earth, y'all, is only 6,000 years old. How is that? How is that possible, Sway? Sway, how is that possible when you have religions that are 30,000, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80,000 years older than the first man? I'll wait. Come on, testimony. Miss K. Miss K said, Darcel, I used my prosperity oil, used the golden oil on 11/11 for the first time. I won $345 today on a scratch off. Listen, y'all better go to the link in my bio and get that golden oil. Miss K just gave us Miss K just literally gave us, y'all, a testimony on the talk of tick. So back to our scheduled conversation, y'all. How is it that Adam is only 6,000 years old, and we find mummies that are 17,000 years old? Miss K, if you go to my website, you could do a review, honey. It is the golden oil, yes. Yes, I set my intentions and believe that's all you got to do, y'all, with the workings, with the oil. Set your intention. Set your intention. Speak life into your stuff. Believe in it, and there you go. Again, how is it that you can find the bones of mummies 10,000 years old, but you cannot find the bones of any of the biblical characters? I'll wait. Yes, Deidre, my candlelight oil will help you with that. Can somebody explain to me how not a single bone was found? You can't explain it because it's a trick bag. It's a bamboozle. They have swindled us, put us in a trick bag, hoodwink. We've been bamboozled. We've been led astray, set aside, given the okie doke, alley-oop, Tom and Jerry, and Wop Bambaloo Bopped. Okay. You can go to BibleFamilyTree.info, and it will point out all of the dates and the scriptures that align with the date, so you can track it yourself. It does the full biblical family tree. Okay. My mom laughs at carbon dating. SMA says it's all lies from the devil. Of course they will. Anything that doesn't align with what people want to be true, they would much prefer to be the devil, because people would rather be comfortable with the lie than to be in alignment with the truth. They choose comfort over truth any day. Because if you had to admit that the colonization pulled a number on us, even biblically, then you have to reconcile the fact that you threw your child out of the house for being gay. You have to reconcile how you humiliated your daughter for getting pregnant at a young age. You have to reconcile how you said this person was going to hell. You have to reconcile that. You have to reconcile when they sent a lot of these people off to these conversion camps. You have to reconcile how you convince an abused woman to stay in an abusive relationship because it was sinful to get a divorce. You have to reconcile that, and you have to sit with that, and you have to own that, and you cannot. It's too much for you because you have ruined lives over trick bags, over a bag of tricks, honey, over the rat pulled the rabbit out of the hat on you. And how unfortunate is that? Very. And I'm not going to sit up here and act like it's not the truth. I'm not gonna sit up here and act like I don't know what I know, y'all. Do you know how many people have lost their lives behind these lies? Do you know how many people, how many families have been divided? How many people look like me were caught, or rather last seen swinging from trees because people believe what the text says about who the Gentiles were? You know how many people, because I want you to know that well over 90% of the Ku Klux Klan were Christian. Oh, yes, indeed. This is the reality, y'all. This is the reality. And they are using these same supremacist ideals to control the body of women, to downplay, disrupt, destroy the feminine energy, and to put her, that was the first, in the loser, lost, submissive, below, beneath, weak, and weary position. And it's not going down on Darcel Andre's watch. Not ever. Not ever. I just wish that people would focus on the esoteric parts of the text. I just wish that people would align themselves with the truth of good character and not try to oppress people with what they think is what God wants. I just wish that. You see, because let me tell you something that happened in real time. In real time, I brought up some foolishness that is within the text on the womb and how they ravished, manipulated, and abused the woman in the Bible. I brought that up. How they want to control the womb. And I had hundreds of people in the comments who claim to be Christian calling me FAGGOTSs, calling me I'm just mad because of what it says about homosexuality. I'm bisexual. I had been called the worst names that you could imagine, but what they could not call me was a liar. What they could not do was refute. What they could not do was conjure up a rebuttal. But instead, like any underdeveloped ego, they called me names. But because of the peace and the true God I am connected with, the true spirit that I am of, I was not shaken or stirred, honey. I was not an etch a sketch. You could not shake me and erase me. They could not refute me. I talked about that, and then 2 days later, that overturned Roe v. Wade. 2 days later. You see, because the same exact thing that when we talk about what this really is, this is all supremacy. All of the isms, ableism, sexism, featureism, racism, all of the isms and the phobias and all of that are the children of supremacy. Those things there, those are the symptoms. Supremacy is the illness. And because you are trying to run from a symptom, we learned that with the 19, that there were people who were asymptomatic. There were people who had symptoms, and even of the people that had the symptoms of the same illness, they had different symptoms and all had the same illness. So we can't treat the symptoms, y'all. We have to treat the illness, and it is supremacy in all forms. That's why some of y'all have left the church and found the same types of people in the spiritual community, because you were trying to fight symptoms. You were trying to differentiate symptoms and not characteristics. You was running from appearances, but not characteristics. You're running from words and titles, but not characteristics. It is supremacy. And a form of supremacy is to get you to believe that there is only one way. That's supremacy. And because Christianity is the largest religion, because Christianity was driven by the Roman Empire with the best marketing scheme that came with the slaughtering, the pillaging, the destroying of ancient indigenous cultures and civilizations, everyone is convinced that that is the truth, the way, and the life. I don't know how you trust a book that is put together, rewritten, and distributed by the same people that killed the Savior. I don't understand that. I don't understand that, y'all. Don't understand that. Do you know the book of the Bible that speaks of how to be saved? Romans. The Romans were actively practicing chattel slavery. They didn't finish about the year 430 something AD. The Council of Nicaea was 325 AD. So 100 years after they put the biblical canon together, they were still practicing slavery. That's why Exodus doesn't speak of God speaking against it. Rather, Exodus tells them how they should better go about it. We must deconstruct from this thinking, because if we do not deconstruct, we will destruct. Okay? So it is also the isms and the symptoms and supremacy that causes a lot of those people who would much rather talk about my lips and whether or not I have makeup, or have a lip gloss on it or lipstick on it, when I just use shea butter. When y'all see me doing this, I'm putting shea butter on. Okay? They would much rather talk about what my lips look like than the wisdom that comes from forth them. They would much rather do that. Oh, and mind you, thank you, EI. Mind you, I had somebody tell me I was speaking knowledge, I was speaking straight facts. And I had somebody tell me, y'all, that I had legions of gay demons attacking me. Legions? Legions? I had to look it up, y'all. When they said I had legions of gay demons attacking me, I had to say, Google, how many legions is a Roman word? Peep that. How many soldiers are in a legion? So I said, they said legions with an S. I said, legions? I said, wait a minute. A legion had between 4,000 to 6,000 soldiers. If that's the case, the demons are winning. It's only one of me. I can't fight off legions with an S of demons. Is it legion 2 or 3 legions? 4? That's about 16. I can't windmill all of them. I can't windmill all of them legions. I can't windmill. I only have 2 hands. That's a lot. I'm gonna have to recruit y'all to help me windmill. What am I can't. I can only windmill. Y'all, that's a lot. Now I can fight, I can throw. Hey, I can throw hands. But that's a lot of demons. I can get in. I can get out there. Don't let the head rat fool you. I can get out there and throw hands. But that's a lot of demons. Legions. That's a lot. I cannot do that. Y'all gonna have to help me fight. We're gonna have to jump in. We're gonna have to jump in. That's the best thing I can do, is we're gonna have to jump in. We're gonna have an elaborate plan, and we're gonna have to jump in. We're gonna have to jump them. So y'all get y'all stretches in. Get y'all stretches in. Because we're gonna have to jump them. We can't fight them hoes off by ourselves. We have to jump them. Listen, we jump them, and we ain't fighting fair either. Y'all better run up with some sand in your hand. I kick everything. Kick, grab, scratch, bite. We have to use everything. Fight, shoulders, elbows, knees, toes. Everything has to be used. I need y'all to be in the kitchen. Oh, Chris said I'm gonna bring the sage. Bring the sage. So we just clear everything. Ooh, we gotta get our stretches in, y'all. We gotta start hitting the gym. Lighthouse, we gotta start getting our stretches in. What does esoteric mean? Esoteric means knowledge that is known to a small group of people. Eso means within. It is higher perspective and interconnected knowledge. We're gonna need a couple Lighthouse. Y'all need to join the Patreon, okay? Because I'll have enough people in there to fight the Legion. So please, y'all, please. Please. Please, please. I'll sing for y'all. Can I sing for y'all? And will y'all do? Please, please, please. Please. I need. Somebody. I need y'all help. I only got wellness community. Y'all got me. Now it may be enough for y'all. So wellness, I need y'all to come, please, and bring your cousin. I need y'all to come and bring 3 people. Please. We need the help. You got me. I'm a sucker for a pretty voice. Oh, I was just talking to Ia. I said, I really need to sing, y'all. I really need to sing. I need to post some singing videos so y'all can hear me really sing. Thank you. Please do that. And don't y'all be lying to me, y'all, and talking about y'all gonna join and y'all don't join, like, because then my hopes get up. And then I get sad. So please. Anyways. Listen, one of my favorite songs. Y'all know Moonchild? I hate you, make me nervous. I always say the wrong thing. Doesn't matter anyway. Ain't nothing gonna change. That's my song. I hate the situation. That song, they be singing on that song. I'm gonna sing a little bit. Sing a little bit. I'll record something. How about that? I'll record something. I'll post it. Queen Post said, we're coming with that ra-ta-ta-ta. Ra-ta-ta-ta. Queen Post said, ra-ta-ta-ta. Ra-ta-ta-ta. Come on, Queen Post. We not fighting. Okay, good. I need you to come to ra-ta-ta-ta. Ra-ta-ta-ta. I need all of that. Ra-ta-ta-ta. Ra-ta-ta-ta. If we join what we're talking about, we have weekly readings every Sunday. On Wednesdays, we do a 9 a.m. meditation, a 9 p.m. meditation. On Thursday, we have class. On Friday, we learn about herbs. I'm telling you, Jacob, you ain't missed the live yet. Listen, Jax, yes. I know Jack got that fire. Ra-ta-ta-ta, ra-ta-ta-ta. I'll get Grandma Trusty wooden spoon. Leia, stay home, please. Girl, you cannot come out here wielding a chili mixer. Leia says she gonna come with a wooden spoon. Leia, stay home. You can't come here with a chili mixer. You can't come in with that. Can't come in with the pot stirrer. Girl, you can't come in with the Lexi coming in like this. Please stay home, Lexi. You can help us with prayer. Lexi, pray. Lexi, help us with prayer. That's your mission. You're the prayer. You're gonna stay home and you're gonna get in your closet and you're going to pray. I feel I feel that's where the spirit is. I feel that's where the spirit is calling you to prayer. Intercede for us. That's because you need to understand the basics and take notes, Monique. Thank you, Leah. Thank you, Leah. That's gonna be your mission. We are soldiers in the army. We have to fight. Although we have to cry, we gotta hold. We have to hold up the bloodstained banner. We have to hold it up until we die. Oh, we. That's it. Okay, y'all, listen. It is now 11 p.m. where I live. It's actually 11:01. Gang, 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 gang. Angel number one. Okay. I want to tell you that I love you all from a light-filled place. I want you to go forth and conquer, return to yourself, return to your community, return to your ancestors, return to the spirit, a harvest of your good works. Go forth and conquer, but make sure to go. Go forth in peace, but make sure to go. Stop knocking them clothes underneath that bed and pick them up and wash them and fold them. All y'all that got the clothes in the basket, fold them clothes up. You're sleeping in clutter and wondering why you can't rest. Fold that stuff up. Pick them clothes up off that floor. You're walking in, you're trying to walk, but there's stuff in your path. You're wondering why you can't make it because you done blocked your own road with your drawers in the floor. Move your drawers. Move your drawers out the way. Pick up the draw. Go down there and grab the drawers. Put them in and wash them, y'all. Even if you gotta do it real quick, just do it real quick. Just run and grab them. Just grab and pick it up real quick. So it can just be out the way. Move your drawers. And see, I'm from Texas. And my parents are from the country. So we don't say your underwear. I'm gonna say move your drawers. Now, draws also sounds like there's a difference between your draws and the draw. Hear me now. If I'm gonna say pick up your draws and put it in the draw. There's two different things I'm talking about here. I'm gonna say pick up your draws and put it in the draw. There's two different things. Gotta stay here. Use your mind, brother. Use your mind, brother. Oh, I got T minus 5 seconds left. EI is getting on my case. Use your mind. All right. I love y'all so much. Peace, 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 peace. Whatever you learn today, teach it to someone tomorrow. Whatever you learn today, teach it to somebody tomorrow. Okay? Love y'all. Peace.